I mean, really, at this point, all I can do is just get right into it, right? Get right into what? Get right into the week in pro wrestling. It's Sunday already? Yeah, dude, it's Sunday already. It's time for the weekend wrestling shows, the Don't Stay the F Word podcast. Me, Jeremy, and it's me, Mark the Monster. I'm the star of the show. Not the star of the show. Not the star of the show. We gotta get Joe in here. We're gonna talk about the week in pro wrestling. We're gonna talk WWE, AEW, maybe a little Ring of Honor. Who knows what else we'll talk about. Get some people in here in the live chat. See what's going on. Get Joe, the real star of the show, illegal brother-in-law. Get Joe in here. See what he's got going on. See who else we can get on. Get talking about the week in pro wrestling. Hey, do you know there's a UFC card tonight? There's a what? Yeah, UFC is going to be at the White House. You going to talk about that? No, I'm not going to talk about that. I don't think I could care any less about the UFC card at the White House. Last show, I feel like there's a very slim chance Joe cares about the UFC card at the White House. Yeah, I don't. Joe?
What's that?
Do you care about the UFC card at the White House tonight?
Unfortunately.
Did you know that was tonight?
I knew it was tonight. Yes, I did. I'm not really worried about it.
Got one up on me. I learned it was tonight earlier today.
Yeah, it was. I say this. It was broadcast maybe like about a month or two ago, I think it was. And then they just said that, hey, tonight's his 80th birthday this morning, and it's tonight.
When's the last time you cared about the UFC?
We'll go with about 10 plus years ago.
Sheesh.
10 plus years ago? Yeah, 10 plus years ago. Yeah.
So it's been a minute. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh. Let me ask you another question, Joe.
No,
When's the last time you cared about what's happening in WWE?
Dang, why you gotta go to the right?
We're getting right into it, man.
Okay.
Look, right now, we got we're in the middle of major tournament in the big wrestling promotions. Mm-hmm. And it didn't dawn on me until I was like, look, like, what are we going to talk about today, the weekend wrestling? And then I realized that, like, we have so many tournaments going on right now in wrestling. You got the Owen Hart tournament that predictively I'm thinking Will Ospreay wins this thing. You're thinking we're getting Swerve and it's going to be Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We got, and that's really, like, that's two tournaments. You have the men's and the women's going on in AEW. And then WWE has the men as the king and the queen of the ring going on. Same time.
Yeah. I can say this. The women's on Hart, I can't really say right now because a couple people I picked, they got injured for the women's side. So I guess I can't really predict on that one. But if I had to say about the new men, king of the ring, I'm definitely going to say it's going to go down between Javon and Dominic Mysterio. I still stick with that.
You think so?
Yeah, Javon and Dominic Mysterio.
I mean, and then let's also throw in, we have the G1 Climax going on in New Japan. All of this and the World Cup. It's like tournament season.
Oh, and the next one last night, y'all. So, everybody cares.
And Danhausen removed their curse, right?
Removed the curse. Yes, right.
And they won.
They won.
Shit's wild.
So, yeah, they won after 41 years.
When does King and Queen of the Ring, when's the finals? When is that?
Sunday? Saturday? Saturday. Yeah. That's May 28th, May 20th. Whatever May 20th Saturday
27th.
is.
Is that Night of Champions? Is that the PLE?
Yeah.
So King and Queen of the Ring finals are Night of Champions. The AEW, the Owen Hart tournament, those finals are at Forbidden Door,
June.
or no?
June. No,
June
June.
20,
June, whatever, June 20, whatever. June 29th,
28th.
7th. One of them.
So those pay off at the same time, same weekend. Forbidden Door and Night of Champions are the same weekend.
A month apart.
Oh, we're in June right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, July. July is Forbidden Door. My bad. July.
Is it?
Yes. July Forbidden Door. June is King of the Ring.
When are the Owen Hart tournament?
Yeah, because Swerve and Ospreay is definitely fighting at the Forbidden Door. They having face off
June
Wednesday.
28th. It's at Forbidden Door. The finals are at Forbidden Door.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
That's on the 20. That's on the 28th. Swerve Strickland will face Will Ospreay. So that's the same week as Night of Champions.
Mm.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that till just now.
Damn. I went down. I could have said Forbidden Door July, but never mind. Maybe something else.
I think you're just distracted because you've been busy working.
Hey. Maybe that's too.
I think that's what it is, man. That's what it is. We're coming into the G1. The G1 is going to start in July.
Mm-hmm.
And the final, I think the G1 starts on July 11th. And its finals will happen August 15th and 16th at the Ryogoku Sumo Hall in Tokyo.
Damn.
Gabe Kidd returned. Is going to be part of the tournament. He's part of the B block. Let me run down what I have for you. I have the A block and the B block of the G1. The A block is Tashida, Yoto Suzuki, Sonata, Takagi, Bolton, and Jake Lee. The B block is Zack Sabre Jr., Gabe Kidd, Ren Naruto, Shota Umino, Drilla Maloney, and can't say that one at all, so I'm not even going to try. I think Gabe Kidd wins the G1.
I'm going to say it's one of them names I can't pronounce. I'm going to win it. There you go. We'll go
So you know how the G1 works. The G1's a total, like the point system, similar to the Continental Classic.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 points for a win, 1 for a draw, 0 points if you lose, and it's a round robin. So the current champion, who is Tashida this year, and usually loses 2 to 3 matches. So traditionally, the winner gets title shot at Tokyo Dome.
I don't think it's going to be Gabe Kidd. I don't think.
I can see it being Tashida again.
I can see. That's what I said. I can say. Really, why I don't think.
Do we have Tashida on our fantasy faction?
I don't think so. But yeah, we did.
We have Tashida, right?
We do.
Double checking my notes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do.
Yes. We have Tashida. So, I wonder what the points are in the fantasy faction for the G1 Climax.
I say we good with Tashida going to turn a little far in the G1. You know.
Yeah. Let's hope Kushida takes it. I want Gabe Kidd, but I hope Kushida takes it because I hope there's points involved. Oh. Dude, it's the Weekend Wrestling show. I have something to tell you about the Weekend Wrestling. I haven't watched WWE.
Is that like your new catchphrase now? That's like your new catchphrase.
Dude, it seems like it. It feels like it. I caught some recaps of Raw and I watched a few highlights of SmackDown, but I don't really know what happened. So, like you caught me up on Wednesday on what happened on Raw, but what happened on SmackDown?
All right, SmackDown recap. Charlotte moves on to face Liv Morgan next week on for the women's side for the Queen of the Ring.
I'm understand something with that. Isn't Liv Morgan the champion?
Okay, now that's right. So apparently, from what I found out is that Liv was supposed to be fighting Stephanie Valkyria in a title match. But since she got injured, they had to pause everything. And so, since they needed something for Liv, they tossed her in there.
Huh.
So, Liv could be, if she wins, she could be the first queen of the ring that doesn't have a title defense. And be the champion at the same time.
Does that feel like they just didn't have anything creatively and didn't know what to do? Or is that just me being negative about it?
No.
It feels like they just didn't know what to do. So I had to throw the champ in and hope for the best.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like another feud between her and Stephanie Valkyria, but since she got injured, taken out 2-3 weeks ago, rewrite plans.
Who do you think's going to win that
one? On the women, if I had to pick, I would say I think Rodriguez going to win it.
You think so?
I think Rodriguez going to win the women's Queen of the Ring. And I think Rodriguez will go after Liv Morgan at SummerSlam. Oh, and also this, so you know, so you be prepared. Don't know what day it's going to be, but both winners, King and Queen, will headline either Saturday or Sunday night.
For SummerSlam?
For SummerSlam.
I actually forgot that SummerSlam was a 2-night affair.
Yes.
Totally forgot that. Do you think they're going to have enough to make it like a worthwhile 2-night affair? Like,
no. I can understand WrestleMania, but not SummerSlam.
Like right now, like, what are the things that are the biggest deal in WWE? Like the biggest stories. What do we have going on?
The biggest story. Oh, okay. As of right now, the biggest story comes Friday night. Last Friday night. Gunther reveals his stipulation that he wanted.
And what was that?
A special guest referee.
Kaiser? Is he having Kaiser? Shane Taylor Promotions checking us out live on Instagram. Could Shane Taylor get match of the week? It's possible.
It's not Kaiser. It's, what's a good way to say it? It's someone who has a kind of feud with Cody right now.
Is it going to be Sami Zayn?
That is correct.
No. Why would he pick Sami Zayn? Well, I guess because he has a bit of a feud going on with Cody, right? I guess that makes sense.
There you go. Yeah. So Sami Zayn will be the special guest referee come Friday night.
Is that why Sami slapped Cody? I seen that clip. I seen that Sami slapped Cody.
They were just doing their talking and whatnot, and I guess Sammy, you get a little furious with somebody and just slap him, then you apologize, and then Cody slapped him again and said, want him friendly, I hate you, but I apologize, slap. There you go.
This has to be leading us to Kevin Owens' return, right?
I really thought it was going to be Kevin Owens, the special guest referee, when he said that. I said,
that would have been, dude, that would have had me so interested.
When he said special guest referee last week, I kind of figured it'd probably be like KO or Randy Orton. But then he said Sami Zayn, the special guest referee.
How do you feel about that?
I really thought it'd be somebody different. I really thought it'd be like what's a good way to put it? A better stipulation match. There you go. The special guest referee, it really don't.
That's not a good stipulation. That's not a good stipulation.
Like, if I were to do it, I would have said I would have came up with some. Well, where he from? He from what?
Who? Gunther?
Yeah, Gunther.
Gunther's from Austria.
There you go. I would have came up with some Austrian match type that nobody never heard of, and boom.
What, like a Punjabi prison match?
Yeah, something like that. That's what I would, but make it look more exciting to get your attention. Like, how would you win? How would you get out, or how to win? Something crazy.
And I think that, like, a good stipulation for Gunther versus Cody, I think it should just done a cage match.
Hell in a Cell would be better. Hell in a Cell.
Like, man, a cage match would have been like, first of all, those two would have a good match. Like, Cody does a good cage match. Mm-hmm. Gunther, I think, would do a good cage match. Man, when you have so many elements of a cage match. Like, Gunther's thing should have been, we're not going to deal with rope breaks. I want you in a cage. And then you have ways where the interference could play in. You have ways where Cody could win with the old Big Show throws you through the cage nonsense. Like, Gunther could, like, throw Cody into the cage and the cage breaks. Mm-hmm. That could happen. Or you could let Gunther win. It could be a cage match. And then you have that should be like a blow off to a feud, but then you could call it back and do something else. I think a cage match would have been a better way to go. But I guess this is like to progress a story. It's a story nobody cares about. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess, man, maybe I'm wrong. Like, how do you feel about the story of Cody versus Gunther?
I just hope Gunther wins. I say Gunther should win. He should definitely win.
I agree. You know what would have been the thing to do if you were going to do a special guest referee? Mm-hmm. It should have been Paul.
Paul Heyman?
Yeah. And then Heyman could have screwed Gunther. It could have been this idea, like, Heyman thought he had gotten Gunther paying back his favor, and Gunther could be like, actually, no, that wasn't it. This is the favor I need. Bring him in as guest referee. Remember what Paul said to Cody? Eventually, they all need the wise man. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman could have screwed Gunther, and then it could have left everyone to question, like, did Cody call in the wise man? Like, is this Paul Heyman working with Cody Rhodes now? Mm-hmm. And Cody could, like, refuse to address it. Could have been this whole thing of, like, did Cody cheat? Because Cody's always cheating. That's important for me. He's always he didn't beat Gunther. He didn't beat him. He cheated against everybody. Trunks, welcome back. Feels good to have you back. We haven't had time to do this. Yeah, well, Trunks, I don't know if you missed it, but I also haven't been keeping up with WWE. Joe just had to fill me in on SmackDown. It's become a running theme lately where I haven't watched the WWE shows in their entirety. And
watching y'all.
And have completely missed SmackDown. I think I'm on 2 weeks in a row, or 3. Is it 3?
Let's see. I was gone. You had 3 marks. Yeah, 3 marks.
Yeah. So at this point, I've missed SmackDown 3 weeks in a row, and yet I kind of feel like I haven't missed anything, which is like a real bummer. But holy shit, AEW's been good. AEW's been good. We're eating good in AEW.
Yeah. And let's see here what else happened on SmackDown. Oh, okay. Also on SmackDown, the men's Fatal 4-Way. You had Jay, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and who else was there? Finn. There you go, Finn.
Dude, tell me Finn Balor won.
Now, let's get to that point right now.
If Finn Balor won, man, I'll go back to watching SmackDown. Tell me Finn Balor won.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint who won.
Bro. Jey Uso won. They're going to have Jey Uso win King of the Ring, aren't they?
I don't know.
Oh, my God. Jay's going to win King of the Ring, and he's going to pick Roman, isn't he?
I don't know who. I don't know who went, but that is where it stands because it was. This was a good way to put it. Jimmy came out, then the MFTs came out. Well, Solo came out. So before let me get back to it. So before the whole thing happened, the Usos they opened the show. They went to Solo and told him that Roman wants him to come back to the family.
Really?
Yes. So Solo told him, if Roman wants me, tell him to come tell me myself. Don't send nobody.
I got to be honest. I like the idea of bringing Solo back into the bloodline.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know. They already got Jacob Fatu as the powerhouse that Solo was.
Well, man, Jacob is the muscle now.
Mm-hmm. And then Jacob went and talked to him about that as well, trying to get him to come back. And he told him, look at you. Where are you now? You're going to be... He told him he could be Roman's, puppet.
What's wrong with being a puppet? Bro, hear me out. If they could bring Solo back into the fold, right? Mm-hmm. And Monday on Raw, it's going to be Oba versus Dom.
No,
right?
Oba, Javon.
Oba and Javon.
Yeah, they got their little titles. Well, not how you would call it, tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was facing Dominic Mysterio.
I think that was like an era. It's Oba and Javon.
Really?
Yeah, I think they made an error. Because then when they redid it, they said that first, Oba and Dom. Then they fixed it and said Oba.
Yeah, because they did the whole spot on Raw with Dom and JD with JD hitting Oba with the chair.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to be them or not, but I think they kind of made an error.
Well, whoever it is who Oba's facing, Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa should take Oba Femi out. Because the Bloodline wants Jey Uso to win this thing. And we got to get the Bloodline back to being heels. They need to take Oba Femi out of the tournament.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's where it stands. Solo wants Roman to come and ask him. Don't send nobody.
Is there a way where Solo shows up on Raw?
Mm,
Is there any avenue? Is there any reason for Solo to be on Raw this Monday? Which is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Monday. Shit.
yeah.
Hey, is WWE back in the States yet?
Yeah, they're back at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Because that's one thing that's had me screwed up. Like,
Yeah, they're
I
back
happen to be
at 8.
working at 2 in the afternoon, and by 8 p.m., I done forgot that wrestling was on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, they're back at 8. 8 tomorrow.
Trunks says another family needs to come in and put an end to this whole everyone's a muscle line. And, I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, Roman's got the muscle around him, but right now we're not using the muscle around him. It doesn't make any sense. There's no point being in a gang if you ain't going to do gangster shit. Case in point, every faction in AEW. If you're in a group in AEW, you're your brother's keeper. Somebody's helping your ass out.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't out there on your own. Jey Uso advances in King of the Ring. That's wild, man. There was such an opportunity for them to do something with this King of the Ring instead of going back to the same well, beating the same dead horse that you milk dry. I may be mixing up some metaphors there, but shit.
And as of right now, best part is that if you go and look at the reviews right now from this morning, from the afternoon, I was watching, it has 76.5 dislike and 15.5 likes of Jey Uso winning the tournament for that round.
Jeez. See, and that's the problem, is that WWE is going to lean into the dislikes. They're going to let Jey win. And then what? You think does Jey pick milking the dead horse? Yeah, they're milking the dead horse. Does Jey pick Cody or does Jey pick Roman? That's going to be the story if Jey wins, right?
Yeah. I'll say this. If it happens, I'll say this. Let's just say Cody loses, Gunther wins, and then Jey go after Cody and get his revenge back since he never really got his title shot. Well, not title shot. You know what it was called? Rematch.
Yeah, never got his rematch. I mean, single star Jey Uso don't work no more, man. I tried to defend it for so long. It just don't work.
Hey. It still works. He came up to the crowd again. And damn, them kids, everybody was all on him. Shoot. Kid couldn't do nothing. And what else? On SmackDown. Oh, okay. And so the funny part of SmackDown was R-Truth. R-Truth ran in the Finn, and R-Truth said, "Hey, we're back together. The Judgment Day, we're back together. We got Mommy and Damian Priest here. We about to reform the Judgment Day again. We about to be one happy family again." And then Damian Priest, Damian Priest came, seen Finn, gave him an evil look because they kicked him out.
Mm-hmm.
And R-Truth being R-Truth was like, "We could be a family again. Let it be. We all get on each other's nerves, but we could be a family. Let's go get Mommy." And Priest wasn't taking it. He said, "I know you like to be a good guy, like to make everything work, but this ain't gonna work."
Do you think are they going to run back the Damian Priest Finn thing now? Is that what we're going to get?
Mm.
Are we going to waste Finn Balor on a Damian Priest program?
Nah, next week.
Dude, they're going to team Finn Balor with Tama Tonga to feud with Damian Priest and R-Truth, aren't they?
Nah, it's tag team belt online next week against MST.
Finn's going to help him. Finn's going to help Tama Tonga become a tag champ.
I don't know.
We're gonna get Balor Club with like the worst possible options. I mean, we could have Luke Gallows. I guess that would be like the absolute worst possible option would be to have Luke Gallows. Sorry, Drew.
But yeah, that's what happened.
I want to touch on one thing before we hit some AEW stuff. Dude, I think that our message to Tony Khan has gotten through. That Ring of Honor should be developmental because Ring of Honor has developed the main event of AEW over the past couple weeks. Shane Taylor Promotions has been dominating the main event scene in AEW on the weekly shows. Like the Mox match, Shane Taylor versus Mox is good. I may argue that I think Shane Taylor should have won, maybe. The street fight last night, I just finished watching Collision before we went live. Literally, I finished and came into the studio room.
Okay.
That Cincinnati street fight was fun. Fun.
It was fun.
I do think Shane Taylor Promotions should have won. But Lee Moriarty looked great in that. He got in some good spots with Claudio. Like, he's still the Ring of Honor pure champion, but he had some back and forth with everyone in the Death Riders. So, like, right now, man, anyone on the Death Riders could go and have a pure match with Lee Moriarty, and the story makes sense.
That's right.
Imagine if we got Claudio versus Lee Moriarty in a pure rules match. That would be good. Real good.
That would be good, yeah.
Now, I have a question for you about AEW. How exactly is Team MJF versus Team Mark Briscoe inside of a steel cage going to work?
Okay.
It's 2 teams of 6, right?
Okay. So Wednesday night is 6. I think the whole thing from the door is 5 or 6. So yeah, it's 6.
Because they're going to do a 6-man tag this coming Wednesday.
Yeah.
And MJF's going to wrestle, so I guess his knee is doing all right. Kind of regret not having him on the team now.
Yeah.
Regret that.
Yeah, but I think it's 6, and I think that the Ben Door, I think they said was 5 man. I don't know how they got 6 come Wednesday, but
the way I read it is it's going to be 6 on 6 inside of a steel cage, and I don't understand how that works.
I don't either.
Like War Games and Blood and Guts is 5 on 5, right, or 4 on 4, and in 2 rings in a cage.
Yes.
Is it 5 on 5 or 4? It's 5 on 5, right?
No, it can go either way, 4 or 5.
Yeah. I've never seen a 6-man cage match. I don't think I've ever seen a 6-man tag match.
Yeah, so that's why I think they kind of got confused. I think they might have meant 5, but when you add MJF as the captain, that's why I probably got the 6. But I think they really meant 5. But I could be wrong. Y'all. But I think it's 5. Come the whole Forbidden Door thing, I think it's 5. But I think Wednesday it's just gonna be 6.
Let's see here.
Because last week he said 5 on 5, steel cage at Forbidden Door. Tony Khan said that. Then Wednesday he supposed to announce teams, who's on each team, and they go from there.
Looking it up right now.
Because I really don't know how they're gonna do 6. I can't see a
It's
6.
going to be a 12-man tag match inside of a cage.
Oh damn.
So right now, MJF currently has recruited Kevin Knight and attempting to recruit more members of the Don Callis family. We can expect Team Briscoe to be the conglomeration.
That's like
And if Team
4.
Briscoe wins, he will earn a title shot at MJF's world title.
I'll say this. I think Mark Briscoe gonna get Leo Rush.
That'd be fun.
He gonna get Leo
Dude, you
Rush.
put Leo in a cage and with that big of a match, he could do some crazy stuff.
I think Leo Rush is gonna be part of Mark Briscoe's team, y'all. I'm calling. I don't know, but I'm calling it now. Boom.
So there have been 12-man tag matches in the past. Most famous 12-man tag match in recent history happened at WrestleMania 28 in 2012. Team Teddy versus Team
Oh,
Johnny.
oh yeah. Okay, that I wouldn't call that famous, but okay. That was Raw versus SmackDown. Okay, I get
And
that.
then SmackDown 600 episode in 2011 had one. Raw 2013. This seems to be the first 12-man in a cage.
Okay. So that means in the cage, they all can just fight. No tags, no nothing. Anything goes.
Yeah, it has to be 12 people in the ring. Like, I don't understand how this is going to work. Like, the sheer physicality of it, I don't get. I just dropped that question into Google's AI. I said, how exactly is this 12-man cage match going to work? that's the exact question the entire internet is asking right now. Because trapping 12 grown men inside of a standard 4-sided steel cage sounds like an absolute catastrophic nightmare.
Okay. Well, one, there probably won't be no high flying moves. We gotta limit that. I said it's probably going to be fairness. 4 on outside, 4 on outside, 4 on outside, and then 2 probably escape the cage and go fight in the back. Then you'll probably have the other 4 in the ring.
I mean, what if they do like Blood and Guts and War Games has the whole like not everyone's in the cage all at once. It has like the countdown system. Maybe they do that.
Even if they did do that, that still don't make. I still
How do you
because
win?
okay, I can tell you this: when they did the WrestleMania one was like it wasn't still cage, but at least they did tags. But they all was on the side of the ring. And if it's still cage, there really ain't no tags, no nothing. Everybody's in the ring. Unless they make it 2-side ring.
But
Which they
like
ain't.
traditionally in AEW, cage matches are pinfall or submission inside the cage. Like you can't win by escaping the cage in AEW. Right? They don't do it. They don't do cage escapes. It's pinfall or submission inside the cage. It's going to be hard with 12 people in the ring. I mean, if they do the countdown, you at least have alternating. Like the tornado tag rule where everybody's in the ring is what happens in tag team cage matches.
Yeah.
Everyone's in there. Like if you think back to the Bucks and Lucha Bros in a cage, that was tornado tag rules. There was no tagging in and out. All 4 guys were in there. But that was 4, not 12.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of vertical space used. What if it's some kind of modified cage? What if they do like scaffolding in the cage?
Okay.
Because they do a lot of
I
high
say
spots.
this. I say this. The only way I could see it working if they do it like a Hell in a Cell without the top. That's the only way it could work. With
Where maybe the cage isn't like maybe the cage goes
yeah,
outside the ring a little bit,
yeah,
so you have
yeah,
room around the ring. That might work.
yeah.
That does get
That's the only.
North Coast Comics said make it more sizey. Yeah, I mean you could give like maybe 4 to 6 feet outside of the ring, so you have some ringside area to work with. I don't know, man. I don't know how you make it work. Like, that just kind of got me confused. Is I don't know how it works.
That's the only way it would work. Yeah, like the Hell in a Cell format, which is out the top. That's the only way it could work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't.
I don't know. I'm super curious. Really curious about how it'll pan out. I think it's just buying time. Kenny Omega opened Collision last night against Bad Dude Tito.
Mm-hmm.
Decent match, but weird positioning for Kenny Omega, right? Like, I felt like we were going to maybe see an avenue where Kenny Omega is going to be facing MJF before we get to Wembley. And we could get to see Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay at Wembley. I know you still think Swerve could win this thing. Is there a way where we get Kenny Omega in the title picture before we get to Wembley, or no? We're 2 months away from Wembley, which is crazy, Joe. We are 2 months away from Wembley.
Yeah.
How are we here again already? Time flies, bro. Time flies.
I'll say this. I think it's going to happen after Wembley. He gets a title shot.
Do you think he's Will Ospreay's first program after he wins the title?
Mm.
But you still don't think Will Ospreay wins, right? You don't think Will Ospreay becomes champion in Wembley? You
So
think
here's
it's
the
worth?
thing. Here's why I'm just telling you. I know Tony Khan wants to please the fans and everything, but I really think Tony Khan wants to give people a little swerve. Like
Tony
swerve is
Khan's been surprising people lately. Like he's willing to
surprise.
surprise people.
That's why I'm not just saying Swerve's going to win like in that type of way of Swerve. I think Tony like to swerve us all when it comes to who we all think should win. Because think about it. There's plenty of time we had who we wanted to pick, and then we both got shot that the one person won that we never thought about won and became a bigger star.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's
look,
what Tony Khan do.
I didn't think that Darby Allin was going to win that title off of MJF. And then whenever I came he's going to do it, and I thought, man, this is like a bad idea. And then it was like the best 30-day title run that's ever happened in pro wrestling. It's one of the best title runs ever in pro wrestling. It was 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
A little over 30 days.
Yeah.
But like Will Ospreay winning the Owen and going on to win in Wembley just makes sense. That doesn't mean it has to be what happens. I don't know, man. I watched Kenny and Bandu Tito, and it was a good, fine match. But then Kenny does his after-match promo that he seems to do a lot lately. And it almost feels like Kenny Omega is secretly doing a retirement tour, and we just don't know it. Because he cuts his after-match promo after every match he has now.
I started noticing that. He just...
Dude, every match. And then I thought, man, like, there's wrestling fans today who may have missed Kenny Omega at his absolute best. Like, there's people who haven't seen Omega Okada one. Like, they don't even understand that truth. They don't even know what, like, there's wrestling fans who don't even, like, get how good Okada is, let alone how good Kenny is. But then you put those two together, and it's like they're wrestling soulmates. Like it's so perfect. Like, again, I have watched Omega versus Okada from Wrestle Kingdom 11 hundreds of times. If it was on a VHS tape, I would have wore that tape onion skin thin. The number of times I've watched that match. It might very well be my favorite pro wrestling match. And there are people who create pro wrestling content who didn't watch that match live, who've also never watched that match. That's a travesty. That match is just so good. And I thought to myself, if Kenny's doing a retirement tour, we don't know it. We have to get that belt back on.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you pay attention to some of the past couple matches he's been in. He's been working really slow.
Yes.
Slow.
Yes, it is.
I'm not saying in a bad way, but he's just been doing moves slow. He ain't been at that fast pace.
So I thought that was interesting. I thought, well, maybe it's just kind of like a health and a recovery thing. But then, well, he's facing Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door. Zack Sabre Jr. is very much a technical wrestler, so that's going to be a much slower paced match than what Prime Kenny Omega was. Now we've seen Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenny Omega wrestle before, but that was a couple years ago. I mean, it was like 2018, I think.
No, they had one in, I think 22. They had like a.
Was it 22? Was it Forbidden Door?
Yeah, I think it was 22 before he left for that.
Because he's facing him at Forbidden Door. I know they've wrestled.
I think it was 22, the last one, because that's when he had all the belts and then dropped them and left. Well, took time off. I think it was 22. 21 or 22. It was one of them.
Oh, dude, it's just a 2018 match.
Oh.
Yeah, it was in the G1 Climax in 2018. It's the only time they've ever wrestled. North Coast Comics says, don't miss the White House card tonight, guys. We mentioned that earlier when we first kicked off the show. We both were not. Joe was aware. I was made aware this morning that that card was tonight. There is no chance I'm going to stay up that late. I'm going to have to catch the replay tomorrow. But hopefully it's a good show. Hopefully it goes all fine. Get a little weary about things happening at the White House, to be honest.
Oh yeah, yeah. They got the little whole tent and the cover over the ring and everything. So good.
So there's part of me that feels like maybe Kenny's been intentionally wrestling slower to build the Zack Sabre match. But I do think it's. I mean, dude, the first Okada match was 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestle Kingdom 11 was 9 years ago.
Don't seem like it, but
right? I mean, AEW's been around for 7. Like, it's really kind of crazy when we go and look back. Man, I feel like that match just happened. It feels like yesterday and a lifetime ago all at once. I hope we're not on the retirement tour of Kenny Omega and we don't know it. But something tells me we are. And if we are, he needs that title one last time.
I'll say this. If you look at him right now, Kenny, and his matches, and you look at John Cena and his retirement tour, they both was going slow. And he only went fast in 1 or 2 particular matches. And
the opponents feel intentional, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think Bad Dude Tito's done a match in AEW.
No.
But we got Bad Dude Tito versus Kenny in a random collision in the opening match. That feels intentional. That feels like Kenny wanted to wrestle Bad Dude Tito. I don't know, man. I feel like this might be coming to an end.
I'll say this. It's like what he said. He said in the interview that many people, like you said, haven't seen his New Japan run. And his New Japan run, he was wrestling all the time. and now he's feeling the effects,
Yeah,
and he feels as though it's time.
dude. And I mean, the belt collector run in AEW, the output, the pace that Kenny Omega was on for the belt collector run was insane.
He had
Like,
8 belts. He had 8 belts.
yeah. I mean, he was almost Ultimo Omega.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It just, I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to like hypothesize like who should be the one to send him packing. I know I've said so many times like Kyle Fletcher should be the guy to send Kenny Omega out, but now that I'm like, I feel like it could be a reality. I don't even want to talk about it. Like I don't even want to like say who should be his. Like I don't want to even think that it's possible.
Okay.
I wasn't ready for Bryan Danielson, but I'm certainly not ready for Kenny Omega. Because man,
Well,
Kenny Omega, like as much as I talk about how Cody leaving WWE was influential in like making me a wrestling fan again, dude, Kenny Omega was like, there was it. Kenny and the Bucks and the Bullet Club, like that era of New Japan, that's what made me a wrestling fan again. Like the cleaner and just like the pageantry of New Japan at that time, the Tokyo Dome, and in front of 93,000 people, Kenny Omega coming out in the Terminator shit.
so good.
A wrestling god.
Yeah.
God, man.
Can't say it in a better, nicer way, but everybody's time is up.
Father Time is undefeated champ. Gets everybody eventually.
Yep.
Floyd Mayweather's record ain't got nothing on Father Time. Time beats everybody. Kenny still looks great. He's in great shape. But, man, that's the thing about whenever you're such an elite level athlete. You know, man, you look at like guys, like I think there was a madness to Kenny Omega in 2017, 2018. It was crazy. You watch that Okada match, he was nuts. The shit he did was nuts. And he did it for 60 minutes. They kept that pace up for an hour.
Wait, isn't there one he went over 60 minutes?
Yeah, they had one where they went over.
Okay.
Gunther joins AEW to retire him. Man, I don't know. Dude, who do you give that rub to? Like, who deserves to retire Kenny Omega? Hangman?
No.
I don't
I,
think he
I,
should.
I think it should be like Don Callis said, that you hate the most. I brought Kenny in here, and I brought Kyle Fletcher in here. And
Kyle
Fletcher
should be
is
the
the
guy.
future.
Yeah, like I said, man, Kyle Fletcher should be the guy to send Jericho. He should be the guy to send Kenny. He should be the guy to send Ospreay. Like, he should get that moniker of the Legend Killer in AEW. They don't gotta call it that, but they should just let him do that run. I encourage everyone, man, go watch Okada Omega. Go watch it because, man, I just fear it. I fear Kenny's run coming to an end.
You know what? I'll say this. I would rather Kenny pick who he wants to take him out, who he feels deserve it. That's who should do it.
Yeah.
It could be a past opponent or somebody he did felt and
Here's
that's going to be the future.
Here's what really sucks is that like I don't know that physically Kenny can do like a long program with somebody and have like this crazy build. Like MJF doing it is like the one that like that's the one that like kind of makes a lot of sense. He doesn't need the heel heat, but like if someone could do it in a way that gets them heel heat from it, I mean, it only raises MJF stock. I think it could do this something similar for Kyle Fletcher.
I know who can do it.
Man, I don't think Kyle's at the level of heel enough.
I know the perfect person. I know the perfect person.
Who?
Okay. I don't know if you've been paying attention lately in the news of wrestling. One person has mentioned for the very, very right price, they will come out of retirement for one more match.
Foley?
No.
Who?
How about 6 months ago?
Cena?
There you go. Cena.
Dude, come on. Cena's locked into WWE. There's no way he's going to wrestle on AEW.
He said
That's not
for
going
the
to
very
happen.
he said in an interview for the very right price, he come out of retirement for just
I
one
think what
more
he
match.
said was it would be financial suicide for anyone to try to make it happen.
You can tell him that.
AJ could have been an interesting final program for Kenny if he wouldn't have signed the Legends deal. Dude, I don't know who should do it. Like I want to say like it'd be great if him and Okada went out together.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like the most like artistic way to do it.
Yeah.
They do one final match, one final banger, and like they retire together at the end of that match. I don't know how you play that out from like a match. Like I don't want to book that match. Like I don't want to be a guy. I don't want to be a producer on it. But like from an artistic standpoint, if you have those guys might wrestle one last time and they wrestle to a draw and they both leave their boots in the ring, that's probably the most artistic and poetic way to do it. But it doesn't benefit anyone. Like that's just like the most poetic ending.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's really what you do in pro wrestling. It's not always about like the poetry. It doesn't have to be about the art. We have to think about the business also. And from a business standpoint, right now, it's probably got to be Fletcher.
I say this. A business standpoint,
Fletcher.
I would do Fletcher, but I also do it at the Tokyo Dome that made him who he is today.
How do you get there though, man? AEW is not going to run Tokyo Dome. You're like you is Kenny? Does Kenny retire in New Japan? Do we get that to happen? Do we get one more run in Japan?
I'll really say the Tokyo Dome would be the best place to have his last match because
New Japan just
you got.
changed ownership.
I know.
Is there a
I heard
chance?
about that.
Is there a chance Tony Khan could buy New Japan? I don't think they would sell it to him. I'm like, let me just clear that up. I don't think that would happen. Like, is there a way? Is there a way where Kenny does a program in New Japan? He retires there. Does Gabe Kidd could retire Kenny at Tokyo Dome? We could do that program. That could work. Gabe Kidd's still wrestling in New Japan. We could do that. But then when that takes it outside of AEW, Kota Ibushi, man, Ibushi's leg is wrecked. Dude, I don't think Ibushi's coming back.
It's out for count.
I don't know if you guys watch his Instagram lives where he goes live. I pop in whenever he's live, man. I that one bums me out too, man. Like I think we've seen Kota Ibushi's last match,
Sure, I think we have to.
and it wasn't great. That AEW run wasn't great, and there's some people who only know that. There's people who didn't see Ibushi and Will Ospreay. Like there's people who haven't seen that match. And that's a bummer. Kota Ibushi was so good, man. So good.
Okay. I tell you what. How about this? What are the 3 matches you would tell somebody watching New Japan that made anybody a star? What 3 matches would you tell them to watch?
I would recommend they watch AJ Styles versus Nakamura. I would say, of course, Omega Okada. And Kenta and Nakamura was good. It was really good. Man, Nakamura's IWGP Heavyweight Champion run was really good. It's it in its entirety. But third one, man. Okada Ibushi.
Okay.
Of modern, like what I would look at as modern era New Japan, I should say. So we're talking 2015 on is what I would look at as the modern era. But I mean, the last 4 years haven't been fantastic. I think Gabe Kidd, Kenny, from what was that last year? Pretty decent. That's pretty decent.
That was decent. Yeah.
I don't think it stands up to Kenny and Okada. It's hard, man, because nothing like I hold Kenny and Okada at the level I hold Steamboat Savage. I hold Kenny Okada up there where I hold Flair and Steamboat. Like, it is prestigious. It's important. It is beautiful. Uh, enough of my rambling and my trip down memory lane, man. What was your match of the week?
Okay, my match of the week. Well, my runner up. I had one. It was gonna be the Raw men. That match was good. I'll have to go watch it. If I can watch it. Devon Evans, Seth Rollins, Penta. That was a good men's match for that. That was gonna be my match of the week. It was because it was good. It was
That
perfect.
was your match. What beat that match out for you?
Okay, what beat that match up for me? Okay, it's always Saturday night, y'all. I hate Saturday night sometimes.
Collision is always so good. It's
I hate. I really hate. I really starting to hate Saturday nights, y'all. But what beat is what you probably wouldn't expect me. Well, you probably would expect me to say it, but it was Kevin Knight and Bevins. Let's say his
Dude,
name. There we go.
that's my match of the week too.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was hard. So I actually that and I mean I really like the Cincinnati street fight. I really like the Cincinnati street fight, but I almost feel like it's not fair to give it to the Cincinnati street fight.
That's why I said you got that. I'm like, cool. You got 6 man. Cool. I'm straight.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not fair because it was too good. The Cincinnati street fight was actually too good. It was too good to have been on weekly TV. It could have been a pay-per-view like co-main event. Honestly, it was too good of a match to have on a Collision. Like it is not fair. It just isn't fair. That Kevin Knight match, man, it surprised me. I didn't know how they were going to go with that match, and that match was just so much fun. Collision was like the show of the week for sure, and it's hard. I know I didn't watch SmackDown. I know. Man, just shout out to AEW booking like some great shows. Like it's been on a roll.
Yeah, that's why I say I hate Saturday night, y'all, because Saturday night you can have one. You by Saturday night, like it could be before 9:03. Boom, something changes.
Oh, the UFC card starts at 8. Oh,
Ooh.
well, that's good to know. I may have to actually tune into
What's it going to be on? I don't know what's going to be on though.
it. It's going to be on Paramount Plus, right? UFC's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, yes, right.
Northwest Comics let us know. This card is going to be on Paramount Plus, correct? I believe it is. And I believe that's one of the few streaming services I have not canceled.
It's still $7.99.
And Paramount also their deal with to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery has been approved. So that merger's probably going to happen.
I'm glad it's still at $7.99. Never went up. That's the only streaming service that didn't go up yet.
Yeah, well, but brace for impact. They're going to have to make up those billions of dollars they just spent. So, friendly reminder: we do have I would never pirate pro wrestling shirt available. Merch, yes, or would encourage that. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. We'll preview Monday Night Raw. We'll play for Win the Bell Toll. See if somebody can win something. I don't know what's on the agenda for Raw, so we'll look at that preview. We'll talk about that stuff tomorrow. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've had a little growth lately. Nothing major. We're still not where our old channel was by any far stretch of the imagination. But hey, seeing some good movement there with some of the reels I've been uploading. So that's cool stuff. Joe, you got any final words for the people out there?
Yes. I need y'all to spread the word, like the channel, spread it fast because summer's about to be over with, and I need that pool in the backyard, y'all. So come on, we need to get them 100,000 ASAP for summer's over with, y'all.
Joe wants our subscriber count to get up there so he can get monetized.
That's it. I just want
to get an illegal brother-in-law sponsorship going.
Yeah, so follow us, spread the word, don't say the F word, and We got 2 months before summer's over with, so we can get that pool going. So
There we
let's
go.
roll, y'all.
I want that lazy river. We'll be back tomorrow, everybody. Keep moving forward. Keep your shoulders off the mat. We're out.